Let's kick off with KDW, which stands for Khan's Digital World. The moderator here is Dr. Badrul Khan, who is a genius in digital technology. Let's take a look.
Welcome to KDW Khan's Digital World on Fox 5 Plus Washington DC. I'm Badrul Khan. With me we have Judith Bayliss, and we are talking about new normal today. And before I do that, I just wanted to show publication. The book came out based on my e-learning framework, and 4 continents of scholars from different countries. And this book is done with 3 professors from Palestine, Dr. Zuhair, Dr. Alfune, and Dr. Sohail. Thank you. I hope this book helps knowing the experience from different countries. Alrighty, so let's talk about what are you going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about your new normal learning framework. So why is it the new normal?
After the pandemic really showed us how learning programs need to be so that people can stay connected, so people can keep learning, capturing what we need to do as professionals become very important. The new normal model emphasizes the lesson of the post-COVID world. Learning environments should provide the features and experiences that works best.
You include 8 characteristics of the new normal for learning, things that have to be part of the experience. You start with interactivity. Why?
Interactivity keeps people engaged. It means you are providing feedback that the learner feel a connection and are motivated. Feedback needs to happen regularly.
The new normal also requires being device independent. Why?
Pandemic really showed us that making sure people have access is critical. Not everyone will have a big computer, not everyone will have high-speed internet connection. Meeting the learners where they are, making learning available through the devices they can use and afford. Both of these things are critical. To move forward, to be prepared for the future, we have to create learning that works for everything.
You also emphasize usability and accessibility. These are areas that really are a struggle. We see poor design and lack of accessibility all the time. Why are these principles important?
Look, things like intuitive screen design, consistent navigation, presenting information in a logical, structured way help us learn better. Our brain focus on the information or the activity, not on how to figure out what a button does or how to move from page to page. And making sure learners with disabilities are included is just a human right. Accessibility means we are reaching everyone, no one is left out.
I appreciate the attention to accessibility. There's still a lot of barriers out there, especially in online learning. Thank you for being inclusive. The model also states that learning should focus around a single objective. What does that mean?
It means that the learner should be offered one thing at a time. Focus on each lesson on a clear outcome to ensure knowledge transfer and retention. You cannot overwhelm people with too much at once.
So focusing on a single objective also seems like that's microlearning. Instructional designers know how to break up long lessons, so how is this practice related to the new normal?
Well, I think microlearning is going to be more and more important. People are going to need more learning events that can be completed rapidly and help them practice just one idea or skill. Then they are going to go back to work or back to the problem they are solving. They won't have the time to spend moving from one lesson to the next.
So the single objective emphasis is also related to short duration?
Yes, we create learning. We have to acknowledge that people don't have a lot of time. They can only commit so many minutes before they have to step away. This is one of the reasons microlearning, if it is done well, will be everywhere going forward. And when we stay focused on one thing for short bursts, we absorb them better, we retain them.
So putting all of these ideas together leads to the 6th element, being just in time. When learners can find what they need and when they need it and take advantage of that material, are they more motivated and more likely to learn?
Yes, In the new normal, we don't have time for information overload. We don't have the energy to waste our attention on unnecessary information. We need those bite-sized chunks that can play on any device to be available when the learner is ready.
You also talk about balancing independent learning with being part of a whole. Help me understand that better.
Standalone learning, the microlearning is a necessary starting point, but systemically, they can be structured to become a larger instructional program. So a consistent user interface, common navigation, repeating design elements are efficient ways to create good learner experience without giving up the chance to use the smaller chunks in different ways.
The final component of the new normal is a focus on being cost effective. With a problematic economy right now, and organizations want to save money, they stop investing in learning. But you're recommending the opposite, aren't you?
I am very strongly recommending the opposite. We are in a period of rapid digital transformation. New technologies that sustain flexible learning materials programs that can be scaled, that can be delivered to more and more people in a variety of ways. Those are the tools that we need to invest in. Cost effective means our system and tools are creating value. We are getting something for the money we spend. We walk away from those investments now would mean we don't pull through the next global event, the next big challenge.
So if we want to be successful and we want people to thrive, the principles in the new normal model are showing us the way to go.
Exactly. Well, folks, that's all we have for today. See you with another episode of KDW next. Thank you.